Yo, what's up? Alright, so I'm gonna assume you're the Yoshi, because in all the VODs it's the same yellow Yoshi, so that's... yeah? Alright, let's get into it. I read your specific question, and I will do my best to help you see what's up with your gameplay. Okay. So right off the bat, I see some issues with what you're trying to, like, you don't know what you almost don't know yourself what you're looking for, in neutral with your own character. So I don't know too much, you know, I'm not a Yoshi player, but I have played a lot of Yoshis, and I can tell you, you know, a lot of them, early percent, they look for grab, so they can, you know, they get their down throw combos, they get their down throw, like, even if it's not a true combo, it's like a good positioning tool, you know, down throw into, they also look for up tilt, a low percent, they go for, like, B reverse, into the egg, and then they follow up out of the egg. Right off the bat, you're using, like, things, like, moves where you're not going to get the best positioning off of hitting them, and you also have better options that are a lot quicker. I think I'll go for F tilt as well, like, up close. Okay, landing F tilt up air there. Okay. There isn't a lot of purpose to what you're throwing out. A lot of your moves, you're drifting into him and you're hoping they connect. You're not really paying attention to how he's positioning himself and where he is or where he's going to be, what moves he's pressing, how he's reacting to your drift. You're kind of just aerialing into him, or you're running at him and pressing buttons, or you're aerialing, or you're like drifting into him and doing an aerial. You're also picking a lot of immediate options when you're landing, like right here, right away you're down B. With Yoshi especially, your air drift is, I wouldn't say he's particularly really good at landing because he does get juggled, but he does have the air drift and the hitboxes to be threatening on his way down at least, so you could take your time when you're landing instead of picking an option right away. Like there again, you picked an option right away when you're landing. You don't immediately have to use your jump. You could drift into him and then jump away, or you could B reverse neutral B. There's plenty of stuff you could mix in. And honestly, the biggest thing isn't even, it's not what you press when you're landing. It's when you press it. That's the biggest thing. It's not what you press or what move you use on your way down or whether you use a move at all. The most important thing is when you do it. And if you mix up the timing of when you're landing, of when you're... honestly, this goes for not just landing, this goes for every part of the game. When you mix up your timing on how you're getting off the ledge, how you're trapping their landings, how you're approaching in neutral, it's all about the timing. Of course, you want to mix up the moves as well, depending on the situation, depending on what's best for you in that moment. I think that was forward air up air. I think that's true right there. He did DI it in, but I think you're quick enough to catch it if you can at least do bear. That's just, but I'm not going to harp on that, because that's like inputs are the easiest part of it, like the easiest thing to fix. I'm not going to like sit here and be like, oh, you should have done, you know, that was forward or back here, because you know that's, you know you can kill him off that. But yes, it's all about mixing up timing in this game. And in pretty much any fighter, to be honest. Okay, I like the punish there. I feel like up air actually would have worked a little bit better here, because it would have covered your head there. It would have been, like right here. That's up air, right? You can do like full hop up air, falling up air. Not even just damage-wise, just because the hitbox will cover you a little bit better. I like the way you timed it to catch the grenade, but if you timed it to catch the grenade and up air him, the Nair did put you in a decent position, but then he also got a punish off of it. Like the Banjo jabbed you for it, because the hit was the sour spot. That's just an awareness thing. Honestly, with more gameplay, the more you'll recognize that, okay, this hitbox works better here, or this hitbox works better, you know, in this position. Like there would have been up air. That's fully invincible. You can't really challenge that at all. I mean, you can hit him before it starts up, but once he starts moving. You see this? Okay. You recognize that he was going to press a button there and you hit him out of it. Good. Okay. Your approaches are very, very, they're they're pretty predictable. Just because you're a lot of them are full hop, drift in aerial, and you're timing the aerial like before you even get to him. Like imagine if you full hopped right here, full hop, you don't press nair, not yet. You full hop, you drift, and then you press nair over here. Because if he shields that, that's good shield pressure for you, because that's relatively safe. You could catch a spot dodge out of that. You can catch a roll, you can catch a jump, or you could grab him out of a shield. You can just have him stuck in shield. But if you nair this high up and then drift down, let's pretend he did shield this. It'll hit the top of his shield and he gets to shield grab you for it. But when you nair all the way up here and drift in, you need you're doing it because you hope it hits. You're not doing it because you think it's like it's not. There's no reason behind it. You just you want to drift in with your big hitbox. Time your aerials a little bit better based on where the opponent is positioned. And honestly, the name of the game in this game is doing aerials that are close enough to the ground where if they do shield, they're still safe. Okay. Nice. Caught him jumping out after that tech. That's a punish. Didn't react quick enough at a shield. That almost always passes your shield and crosses up. Again, a lot of full hops. You had the right idea there. You whooped his ass, but you did approach with a. Like the approach was this was just one of those situations where you do the same approach, but it works. That time it hit him. But then you fight a player who's pretty better than the Banjo, and then they just don't. They either punish you for the full hop drift in aerial every time, or they never get hit by it because they see it coming. That's the problem with this game. There's a lot of habits that happen in this game that people don't even punish. They just escape you. And when you don't get punished for a habit and they just escape your pressure, it's hard to notice that that's happening in the first place.